don't tell me that the Jamaican Rastafari community is that stupid that they're just going to take a piece of land so and just have it for 25 years and not go on with it because they never have no money to do it. You better make sure, you know, if you're going to take if you're going to take money on behalf of the Rastafari ancient elders, let me tell you right now, fire, you better know say A to Z is covered. Okay, covered, man. You hear me? School and the property. Are you ready, Rastafari? Really? That's the thing now, you see me? Because somebody make you an offer of land. Are you ready? Look at how much land Sizzler get offered in Africa.
2 days ago, Jamaica government gifted the Rastafari community couple of acres of land.
Yes.
I think it's a kind gesture.
Yes.
I think it's a kind gesture, but from how the I see it, you know, how the I sum up, you know, everything, you know, that has unfolded.
Well, first of all, you know, we're still calling it a Coral Gardens incident.
Yes.
You see, this is wrong. It was happening in all 14 parishes, man. Okay? Rastafari is going through some real sufferation on ethnic cleansing from the order of the JLP government. So, it's good that the JLP is in charge now and can turn around and say they're going to give this Coral Gardens Benevolent Society wonderful work, yes, but you see, when you say Coral Gardens, you're saying Coral Gardens only.
Like it's
just Coral Gardens alone.
Yes.
Belittling the whole thing. You see me?
When it was like a bounty that was out at Rastafari.
It was out in the 14 parishes. The 14 parishes of the country. It was out on it was ethnic cleansing, man. It was probably one of the first reported ethnic cleansing in the governments in the Caribbean that carried on like that. And you've seen it in recent times in Haiti, would they be doing that in Dominican Republic against the Haitian people? Yeah, in terms of ethnic cleansing, because it's blatantly obvious because they're black of their black skin. That they're not from there, as it were. Okay, so anyway, just to say that this was not a case of not being from there. This is a case of Jamaicans. This is a case of ethnic cleansing formed on their own citizens in Jamaica that was generational, so that Rastafari children, as a result of those times, Rastafari children were not allowed, and probably still are not on a large scale, allowed in school with their dreadlocks. This is still a part of the same order of that time, bringing all Rastas dead or alive. How are you going to identify Rasta? By his dreadlocks. Any Rasta woman that was identified in that time, she was taken out and abused, man, in the worst physical way, I'm telling you, okay? So much so that a woman was afraid to go near a Rastaman. And when they have the Rastaman already, there were stories of the sisterins and the matriarchs who used to hide them Rastaman underneath the mattress, any which part they could find to hide them, with a neighbor, anywhere, because people didn't know Sir Rastaman lived in that yard, you know. So these atrocities was going on all over the country in the 14 parishes. Now, are they going to give land in all 14 parishes? Because Rastafari is everywhere in Jamaica, you know. So when they give a piece of land in this, in Montego Bay, no. 14 parishes should have it. 14 parishes should have it. 14 parishes should have it, okay? So that you need to know that it's a little bit late on that department unless the government of Jamaica agree that they're going to be given the same portion of land in every parish of Jamaica to Rastafari elders and ancients who are in there suffering one way or another, because of that order, in that dread order from Bad Friday 1963, because of that the Rastafari nation worldwide has had to suffer on a governmental level from various atrocities. It's vitally important that one is aware that, you know, here is it some big thing? Okay, so you get the land. You need to get the money to build. Have you got a plan of what you're going to build on it? All of this is all part of that. If you're going to donate land, you know, in some kind of reparatory justice, you know. You see, you have to go the whole full work. It has to be the A to the Z. It can't just be one thing. It can't just be one thing, you know. It has to be the A to the Z. So you give them land, you have somebody come, you know, before you go any further, you have a contract that's drawn up that this project is going to go on to the fruition, and that is going to be building this amount of houses, this care home, this school, this area, that area. You know, you're going to have some kind of guarantee that this is going to be going on the lands that are going to be donated. How are you going to compensate Rastafari for the ancient law that's perpetrated and caused so much grief to our nation, not only in Jamaica, but because of Jamaica's really, you know, that level of genocide against your people, your own people, was dread managed. Don't you know the minds of the people was always affected, even to this day. There's many Jamaicans, just because they're Jamaicans, they say, yeah, them know everything about Rasta. Just because of having a Jamaican connection, you know. They talk like this when you meet them out in foreign place. I have to tell you that, you know, when they want to come show off now, because their attention is focused on Rastafari, and you have barley Jamaican out there, right, who have to get their piece in. They come with that. I'm a Jamaican, I know all about it, you know. Yeah, man, you know, you don't have to tell me nothing about it. But no, excuse me, it's not your job to do it, brethren, because you live here amongst the people and you couldn't do that job. Because that's why the Father sent me here to do that job. And so don't feel no way if the people are going to be paying attention to me, because I bring people to the place that him never know was in the place.
See.
You know, even black people, even brethren, you know what I mean? And ones who will know someone like this. So you get a lot of those kind of vibration when you go out on the road, you know. It's like preaching the gospel of Christ. It's not like that. It is that. Because you have to know that the Christ power is being bestowed on you to be the one who can come up with the works to inspire ones and ones to move on to do different things in their lives, you know.
True.
And to try out new things too.
I pray. Yeah. Let me ask you this though, Honorable Empress. Regarding the whole land issue that's been, you know, granted to, you know, the Rastafari believing in community. What now about repatriation? Because it would appear is like, you know, you give away a lollipop or a sweetie.
Yes.
You know, keep it quiet for the moment.
Right.
You know, take us attention away from Africa.
Oh yeah.
Or the I say that aspect of it.
Definitely. You see, I just talk about one little thing or two little things there in terms of the mental thing, but it's definitely I hold you in Jamaica thing going on, because you see, remember, Africa is opening up its doors and saying, come, come. Look at Ibrahim Chouin saying, come, Jamaica. I mean, identify Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago,
Yes.
And say, come, you're citizens of this country. What? Brain drain supposed to go on in Jamaica. All this time we've been treating people so badly. You see me? You see what I'm saying? So they're frightened of people going to Africa, really earning proper money.
True.
And proper good lifestyle.
Yes.
You see me? Because those kind of things is going on as well. And when African countries are opening up their borders and saying, come, it's tempting to a professional who's suffering, who come out of university and have a couple of years and can't get a work in
a proper
job. And have no money. When him have to get a little job, it's a little soft thing and him can't get the right money and all of that. You know what I mean? To get an opportunity in Africa where you're getting your airfare, you're paying for your return ticket paid. You have these things are in place to make sure, you live in modern times now. You know what I mean? Where you see for yourself already, them sending you pictures.
Empress Askale Selassie, a patriarch, a matriarch, an elder within the Rastafari community. She's my special guest and this Mind Over Matter podcast program today. See, as I was saying, Honorable Empress, before we had that interruption. So it's like to really all Rastafari in Jamaica, take them away, their attention, from going towards a better.
Well, this is what I was saying about. It's one thing to talk about offering land, but I'm saying that you couldn't possibly offer land just in one parish to hold the Rastafari from repatriation. You have to go offer it in all 14 parishes. You're gonna have to offer not just the land, but what's going to be on the land. You're going to offer housing. You're going to offer a clinic. All of those things need to be funded. And the government offering land alone, bare land is no good. You have to have a plan to build a 15-bedroom, 3-bedroom there, and to rent it out for years to make money from that. You have a plan to have a clinic, school, whatever. On the land, how big is the land? You understand me? You need all of those important kind of things. So it can't be just. Don't tell me that the Jamaican Rastafari community is that stupid that they're just going to take a piece of land and just have it for 25 years and not go on with it because they never have no money to do it. You better make sure, if you're going to take if you're going to take money on behalf of the Rastafari ancient elders, let me tell you right now, fire, you better know say A to Z is covered. Okay, covered, man. You hear me? School on the property for your grandchildren, them for the ancients, them who's gonna be on there. Them grandchildren must be connected with them. So this family property for them to be there, right? Next to them family, the ones who are gonna put them to rest. Yes? When it comes to that time. Because that's what happens in the Rastafari communities. It's not I and I who put people them to rest. Is with blood family them usually. Except, of course, you see it in South Africa, whereas I and I do that. And, probably in different parts of Africa as well, where they officiate more than the family. But anyway, what I'm saying is that we're talking about Rastafari ancients, yeah, as the main occupiers of this land.
Of the land, yes.
And therefore, you must have a workshop. You must have a place there where the ancients can give workshops and talk to the young people and have events where they can, where the community can come and listen to the ancients and give them reasoning about ancient skills to share. Those things must be on the land before you must guarantee that those things are going to be on the land, the infrastructure for those things. Get a budget with how much money you need to build the school, to build the housing that you're going to need. You need to work on them things there. Are you ready, Rastafari, really? That's the thing now, you see me? Because somebody make you an offer of land. Are you ready? Look at how much land Sizzler get offered in Africa. He's not ready. He wasn't ready. If he was ready, he would have come back to Jamaica and said to people, okay, I need a builder to tell me how much I can build 25,000 bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment. How much I need to build, how much money, get a budget done so that you can now go to the people and offer the land and say, look here, this is the money that I need to raise to develop this place, this land that you give me, What can you do to make it easier for me? Yeah,
True.
because
Serious.
it's not, land alone is not going to work in these times that we live in now.
Yeah, well, the land is
That's
good.
the first thing. So now by the time you find the time to develop it as a Rastafari community now, half of the people who are supposed to benefit have gone. Because according to how them stay with the thing, so you give you this land. So I'm saying, so it's a block first and foremost, yes, against repatriation. It's definitely directly that. Because while the ones them want to still yearn for Africa, and while the singers are still going in Africa and coming back with great news and sharing, and all of that, they want to make sure say they can at least keep the singers there with their money tied to Jamaica in which way they can. You know what I mean? Like, as much as possible.
It's
the elders.
It's a way for Rastafari to make money, and I also see I see it as you'd call national heritage site.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think that's what they're trying to get at when they're making that move, and but Rastafari accepting this, the community accepting this, right? All right, they're there in Jamaica. They haven't repatriated yet. Do you need land for farming? Because Rastafari, we are farmers. We need land not just for farm ganja, but we need land for farm food. You know what I mean? So, what level amount of land that we have received? What can this land contain? What level of development? Because as far as the narrative, what I've read is two property can host and the land. It didn't give you any description about if it's 100-acre land or it's 2-acre land. It just said, boy, land transfer. What that really mean? Land transfer. So
Already I heard that it's given to this group of people who are going to benefit them, friend them. I don't know how. Maybe I'm just going to sell out the land piece by piece to them, friend them, or something like that.
Rasta.
That was the kind of word sound. So my first thought is that they're going to be getting land and they're going to be getting money to put in infrastructure on that land. Because clearly they don't have no money to do that. You understand me? There has to be, if you're going to be giving them land, it's not just land alone. So you transfer the land. So it's just that alone you're going to transfer the money for building the infrastructure. Because the people we are giving the land to, you must have told them some idea about it. Look how the thing works. Because I've seen this kind of behavior from Rastafari community before, I've seen it before, right? This behavior. From Innocent Vincent, I can say that I've seen that, where the government offer land to the Rastafari people. They offer them a big piece of land. It's just one group of people. It's a young it's a young community in terms of what the Jamaican community is doing, experiencing. Okay, so it's a but big piece of land with already things growing naturally there, you know, in the wild there. You know what I mean? Already food, a whole heap of food already on the land. A whole heap of coconut, whole heap of this, that, all of that. And there's a split in the community where the one person could not develop the land alone. So them take a little piece of it. And the rest of it is there. So, land that you're given